Hi friends, I love y'all. I miss y'all. I say I miss y'all, but I did post a story yesterday and I've been chatting with all of you in my DMs. But I just feel like whenever I'm traveling, I'm just not in my normal headspace. Because remember, I'm in New York right now. And as you can see, it's not that humid. Even though it's raining, look at this. Look at it. Look. Because we don't get this a lot. So I'm touching up, but all I have on my face is a little bit of 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗕𝗓 concealer, R5, my classic shade. And then I so lightly powdered, and that was at 8 o'clock this morning. I don't know what time it is. I don't even know what day it is, honestly. But this isn't that bad. Now, y'all are going to get mad at me because I'm about to use something that isn't released yet to touch up. I'm going to use powder too, but this is going to be pretty wild. I can't show it at all. I will say it's from a brand that you know I use constantly. And when it releases, you're going to go, oh, but I'm not going to show it to you. And I'm just going to put it on my finger or really on a brush and I'm just going to tap it in. But it's probably the best version of what this is that I've ever used. Ooh, and before I show it to you, I've actually had this lip on since 8 o'clock. And y'all know I'm out here eating and drinking coffee. And drinking black coffee, right? No straw. I'm just drinking out of a real cup. Kiko Milano. My favorite. Unlimited Double Touch. 112. And then I have on Westman Atelier lip liner in Biscuit. So this lasts. With this, it was scrumptious. Lots of compliments. Thank you. I don't even want to tell you how I picked it up, what the container was, or any of that. But I have it here on a C32. And then I'm just going to start to... Do you see how it's not just wildly matte? It's still my skin, but just blotted down. And then it's gonna have stuff. I'm like telling you about a product that's not released. I'm sorry. But then it has properties that are not gonna get all bacteria ridden. But I still like to do it with a brush, especially if I'm putting it on top of makeup. I mean, obviously I like my brushes. But you'll see what it is very soon. And it's just so nice. Look at how shiny. And then see how nice and matte. But like I said, not that matte that kind of really messes up and freaks out makeup. And I also really like it to kind of reactivate my under eye, but not make it wet again. It's not like a set. Oh, look at how nice and blurred that is. But it's not like a setting spray where it really reactivates everything. It just kind of gets back in there and smooths out makeup. I really like it as a touch-up even for smoothing makeup. So there's some benefits here. I will let you hear what's going on with its closing. You get a snap. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more. All right, I love this situation and I really think that y'all are gonna like it. But again, can't tell you what it is. Hey, y'all saw these on the site and the reason I wasn't talking about these is because they weren't available in the US. Yes, I like them. I like them a lot. I have on this one right now. This is shade 1. What's really cool is that one side is cooler, so you can really kind of chisel. These are actually really, really cool, and we'll get into them now. But I felt like it's just like with the blushes. They weren't the loose blushes from Givenchy, which I don't love those as much. I really don't. I don't like that a powder with a sifter that's that pigmented is a little difficult. Okay, it's not a bad formula. I think it's more about the packaging. It's just not practical, even for somebody like me that I would consider someone that plays in makeup every day. So that being said, I think these are actually really, really, really cool. But the blush was so pretty, but that daggum stuff is unpredictable when it comes out of there. So I'm just going to swirl. I already have this on, but I thought I would touch up. And this is also kind of a fun tip. Isn't that pretty? It's not too cool, and then it's not orange on me. I feel like it really kind of complements my hair color. I already had it on, but I'm just kind of touching up a little bit more. What else was I going to tell you? Oh, I like the idea of kind of a 2-for-1 special. You swirl them all. You get a warmer shade, but if you isolate, you can really, really chisel. You can chisel with this one. And there's 4 shades, which I'm sure most of y'all saw because y'all discovered this on the US site before I did. I've had it and I love it. I like it more than the YSL because I like options. The YSL kind of just gives us one color, But I also feel like this, whatever she's doing right now with this kind of press situation, they are nailing that powder formula. Where's my C40.5? That was my C40 that I was using because I like a veil, but then I wanted to sculpt a little bit. Oh, here we go. I feel like this is the only brush we have left on the side. So if you'd like a Rosenbend brush, all we offer is the C40.5. We have a few left, but it's what it feels like. So then you can kind of just go here. I like to go dark to light, so the light is the last. I know that's so nitpicky. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that, okay? I understand. But I like the idea of the lighter shade kind of coming on top and making sure that it's not too gray. This, super easy. Natural contour. Look how pretty that is. And that's the only place I'm going to contour. Dark to light. Give it a little bit of a buffer. That is truly my natural chisel shade. Yes. I'm so happy these are in the US now. I think we still have these. No, I think I'm sold out of this too. October. I don't know what happened. I'm grateful, but I don't know what happened. Respectfully. Take a little wispity wisp of that. This is 03. And I just want to do a veil. So the reason, like I said, whenever you're using a puff, you're going to get a very even, but you're going to get a more targeted, intense application. Okay, that doesn't mean cakey, it doesn't mean heavy, it just means a more intense application. But when you're using a brush, you're just going to get a lighter application, especially when you're using one that's not as dense like this, but then it also still has a really nice shape like a puff. So essentially it's the lightest version of a puff. I call it the puff brush. It's not really called that, but I call it that. So I'm just going to take this and kind of melt everything together and give me a little bit more. You know what? I did put a little bit of that mystery product underneath here, but I do not have creasing. I never have creasing. My hands are out here. They're just a little bit further out. Just imagine me sitting here going, meh, 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 meh. That's what I'm doing. I've done so many concealer videos, tips. I wish I could just give you the formula, but I don't know what it is. I just don't have creasing. I'm going to say it's the brushes. Now my hands are on my hips, but no. I have lots of tips, and if you feel like you need me to do kind of a concealer refresh tip video, let me know. I am going to add a little bit more coverage underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to take a powder foundation. The difference here, this one is going to be color correcting, more of a veil. This is going to be a powder foundation, which is a very pigmented powder. But whenever I'm touching up my eye, okay, and I want to add coverage, but I don't want to get wild and just pack on a ton of product, I know that right here is going to be able to handle that product. So I'm just going to place it right there. I'm going to skip really here with the puff. Okay, I'm going to pick up some more, and then I'm just going to press it out here as well. Don't be frightened. Don't be frightened. We want that. Look how nice that looks. Just right there. And then I would take my puff brush. That's why I told you to don't be frightened. And then I'm just going to lightly buff back and forth and connect, because right here has the hardest time being kind of covered. So just kind of buff them together to meet. And then the last thing I like to do before I refresh my lips, which I really don't have to, but I'm going to, is actually take the powder foundation. This is a game changer when it comes to a touch-up for me. And I am going to go around my lips, and I like to use powder foundation because it just kind of fills in gaps, and then it doesn't leave, it doesn't really mix in with what could have migrated, because anytime we have a cream mixing in with what's left here, a lipstick, it can get a little muddy. But powder foundation just goes around it, cleans up, creates a barrier, and just makes things look really, really tidy. And then we have our C30 here, and I don't think these are in stock anymore. But they're coming back. I'm gonna add a little extra blush, C41, because I like just a diffused application. And I'm holding that brush wrong. Okay, let me hold it further back. Okay. Actually helps with blending. I know it doesn't feel that important, but it really does make a difference, because then you're even taking advantage of that slope And the slope is meant to kind of hug the cheekbone. It's hugging. They're friends. And that's what gives you that really nice blend. This shade is gorgeous, hung. I was already Hung Van Gogh's biggest fan, but now that we have makeup in his vision, I might start the actual fan club. Now, I don't like to teach all bad habits. I really don't. And I try my best to not do kind of these editorial things that we all know makeup artists are doing. But let me break this. Hang on. When I want to touch up my lips, and most of us probably do this, but you know what? Some blushes and eyeshadows and so many things aren't lip safe. And this is not deemed lip safe. No. But if you ever just kind of want to get in here and fill in gaps in your lipstick really, really quickly, do that with your powder blush. But don't tell anyone I told you. Okay, this is our secret. It really does work. It's a game changer. But like I said, a lot of the times I try to stick to how the product is meant to be used because I don't want you to have a reaction. It's not like this is my lips are going to run away, but there are pigments that aren't lip safe. You know what? I was just at Sephora and I should have bought more of these because this lip liner has become my favorite. I'm actually going to go have dinner with my makeup artist friend, Todd. I'm going to tag him. He's an incredible artist. I'm excited because we're going to talk makeup and cats. And then I'm just going to top it with the gloss. I do find that if I try to layer this again on top of already having this, it doesn't work as nicely, but the blush kind of gets in there and just fills in the gaps and kind of just brings everything back together. And then the gloss will be really nice on top. And it's a really thin layer with that blush instead of trying to layer this again. All right, my friends, I'm all touched up. Isn't that bronzer cool? The bronzer and the contour? It's so good. Now I can finally talk about it. Like I said, it's kind of hard to talk about things, especially like even 𝗕𝗘𝗧𝗬, because we don't have stores where we can go and try these things and look at them. So it gets kind of like, meh. I like to talk about things that we can go touch and feel and really see if we like them. Speaking of, I ran out of my MAC brow pencil. I should probably be going, but let me show you these. And MAC was far away, which I know far away isn't far in New York. There's probably one close. And I'll probably still mosey to MAC. It's a mosey to MAC. But Sephora was right next to where I was. So I went to Sephora and I picked up these brow pencils. Let me open them and we'll look at them. To call in Ben. Yeah, I got the one side off. Can't get the other. So I got the waterproof Sephora collection, Sephora brand. I picked up the shade medium brown. A little warm, not too bad. I already have brow products on, but let's take a gander. Not mad with the glide of it. Looks really natural. To be determined. I will say the one that I normally wear is the shade, oof, look at the whisper I have left. I don't want to talk about it. I have the shade Taupe. He's laughing at me. And you can see that Taupe is a lot cooler. I love a cool tone. So that's a little warm, but still not out of my brow realm. There's an L in there. My accent will get there in a second. And can we get the other one? Then I got the shade Midnight Brown. And then I think all of them were pretty warm. I think this one's kind of neutral. Okay, that's nice. Remember, that's MAC Taupe in the middle. And then this is the Midnight Brown, which I think I like more than medium brown. We'll see. We'll see. All right, my friends, I love y'all so much. I'm going to try to do a story, but whenever I'm travel, especially if it's for work, it's a little bit more difficult because I'm trying to get to the meetings. I'm in the meetings go over, and it's just a thing. It's an episode. But I know that y'all understand a little bit, and I appreciate you because I miss these stories. These stories are still so important to me. They really and truly are. That little powder fuzz running away. I love you with all of my heart. And if you need me, you know where I'm at. I'm going to post later, so I'll see you there in the comments. Bye for now.